Mini Carl, meet Big Carl. I prefer you better.
Listen, Carlito, this man right here
doesn't have a jump shot. That's why me and you are so good.
Doesn't have a jump shot.
No jump shot. Matter of fact, listen, Carlito, I'm actually surprised you let him hold you like that.
Man, Carlito says he wants you to get me a DJ bobblehead. That's what he says.
Well, Carlito, if you want to have non-jump shooting friends, definitely get a DJ bobblehead.
Wow, okay. Okay,
shooters, we over here, all right?
I'm gonna see you next game, big man.
Yeah.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here, joined by the great Shaquille O'Neal and the equally great Kenny the Jet Smith. In this game, we'll see the Chicago Bulls against the Charlotte Hornets. Checking out the Hornets, 6 wins in their last 10 games. They'd like to play even better. Tonight, a chance to add to their win total. With the regular season starting to wind down, Kenny, if you're a team that's put up a good fight,
welcome everyone to another presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. Looking at Chicago, they took the win in their last game against the Wizards.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
But I like that they attacked those weaknesses. They made them pay for a lackluster effort.
And here in the final leg of the season, Chris, you can just see how hard these teams are pushing and how the season has taken its toll. I think it's very evident.
That's what you have to like about sports, is that at the end of the year, whoever wins that championship, they deserve it because everybody's going to be banged up. Everybody's going to have their little dings and be, kind of hurt. No one is going to be 100% at the end of the season. And so right now we're watching them definitely grind it out.
So you always have respect for the champion because you know just what they've had to go through. No season is perfect and no team is perfect.
Yes, I always have respect for the champions. Think of all the things we talked about, those 7-game road trips, how many is 82 games during the season, the fact that players get injured, the fact that players get traded. There's so much that goes on at the end of the year that whoever is left standing had to go through so much. You have to respect the victors.
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. They've got Batum. Kemba Walker is out there with Jeremy Lamb. Then there's Howard. And it's O'Brien in at the four-man position. Here's Lamb after the made shot from Dwayne Wade. The feed to O'Brien. Markkanen pulls it in. Hornets on defense now. 4-point game coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
No other way to put it. Defense was awful. Completely uninspired at that end of the floor.
Well, they had a hard time forcing turnovers, and then on the other end, made quite a number of mistakes themselves.
Walker with it. Now defended by Markkanen. Stolen by Markkanen. Inside. And there's Dwayne Wade on the assist by Markkanen.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Outside, Walker dishes it to Howard. Over DJ to stop the run. And there's the nice layup by Howard.
Oh, they finally got the lid off the basket there with that shot. Now 1 for 5 to begin this game.
Bean passes to DJ. Drops in the layup for 2. DJ's got his second bucket tonight. And news coming out that DJ will be gracing the cover of NBA 2K19. I assume that is some sort of video game or something. And that this is a big deal. But to be honest, Greg, I've never heard of it before.
To be honest, it seems like that company has gotten a little desperate for attention if they are putting an undrafted player like DJ on their cover. The whole thing smells like a marketing stunt to me, partner.
Chris, we all know you were a big Pistons fan growing up, and of course that means that you had plenty of chances to root against the Chicago Bulls. When you go back and you think about when you were young, was there one Bulls player that you loved to hate, so to speak?
You know, a little secret, I always cheered for Detroit, but I never hated the Bulls. Isaiah and Jordan were my favorite players. That's a little bit of a cop-out along with Magic, Bird, Dominique. But no. I really loved Artis Gilmore as well coming before. But no, I really can't say I had a player on the Bulls that I didn't really like.
A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And Lamb kicks to Howard. Good on the bucket.
And that's Howard's comfort zone. In close, near the bucket.
The Bulls leading by 7. Pass to Markkanen. Wade kicks to DJ. Pass to Markkanen. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Shot from 17 feet is off from DJ. Now here's Lamb. Wade is covering. And Lamb kicks to Walker. From deep. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
And truth is, though he misses that one, it's a shot he normally makes.
Let's not lie. He has the skills to do it. We've seen that, but you still like to work for something closer.
Some changes for Chicago. Lopez, he's checked in for Markkanen. Mirotic comes in for Valentine. And Wells is subbed in for Dwayne Wade. And then for Charlotte, Frank Kaminsky, he's checked in for O'Brien. And Michael Kidd-Gilchrist subbed in for Lamb. Howard with a screen on Levine. There's Walker with the 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls. DJ's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And he's fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming up.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Chicago shooting their first free throw of the night.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
Simmons checked in for Zach LaVine. Monks checked in for Charlotte. Malcolm Delaney comes in for Walker. Well, as a Michigan man, Chris, we know you're always following Big Ten action. Who are your favorite players out of the Big Ten currently playing in the NBA?
Man, I don't know if I'll be able to go home after this, but I love Mike Conley.
You'd be in trouble. I know.
Oh, man, I love his game. I love everything about him. His father, he comes from an athletic family. I just hate the fact that he's a Buckeye. But he's one of my favorites. And, of course, you know, you got to look at a kid named Tim Hardaway Jr. and Glenn Glenn Robinson III, dunk contest winner. Those guys went to a pretty good university in the Big Ten, so
They did.
there's a lot of great talent coming out of the Big Ten.
Can I mention a couple others, like Draymond Green from just down the road in Ann Arbor, who played in East Lansing? Can I talk about him?
I love Draymond. When he was growing up, watching him play in Michigan in high school, I always knew he was going to be a great talent. So, yeah, even though he wore the green and white in college, still a big fan of his, too. I think the Big Ten is definitely representing well in the NBA.
Here's Kid Gilchrist following the basket by DJ. Monk kicks to Howard. Shot clock at 6. Screen by Howard. Here's Delaney. And poor shot selection there. Not a high percentage look for him.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
DJ with it, working on Howard, and DJ throws it down.
And already with a commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
Oh, okay, you've done your job so far, but the question is now, can they sustain this level of energy? There's still a lot of game to play.
And so here's Charlotte after the Bulls pick up 2. Monk kicks to Howard. Over Lopez. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And you need an army to keep Howard away from the basket. He's so superb at snatching up offensive rebounds.
They set the pick. Wells' shot is good.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
And it's happening at both ends, trying to end this thing before it begins.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And before the game, we heard from Kemba Walker. He talked about his mentality when he steps out onto the floor.
Play free. Just play like playing.
Infectious. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. O'Brien, he's checked in for Howard. Batum comes in for Kid Gilchrist. Jeremy Lamb's checked in for Monk. And it's Kemba Walker in for Malcolm Delaney. They've got Zach LaVine, Valentine out there with Markkanen. Then there's Dwayne Wade. And it's DJ in at the center. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Wizards was terrific. He finished with 30 points, and as he always seems to do, piled up rebound after rebound. He racked up big numbers in what was a really good performance. Can he carry it over tonight? We'll see, Kevin.
David, appreciate the report. He was a one-man show in that game.
And, it'll be interesting to see how much that took out of him. I mean, he'll have a hard time putting up anything even close to those numbers here tonight.
It should have taken all the energy out of him. It should have taken something out of him, Greg. He pushed the envelope in every way that night. He was unreal.
O'Brien kicks to Batum. Over to the wing. From deep, Walker drills the three-pointer. Walker's got himself on the board with 3 there. And some players, you just kind of know that they'll end up in coaching. Just the way they approach the game and go about themselves. Chris, having played Hoiberg during your career, did you ever see him becoming a head coach?
Well, it's not as easy to tell your opponents versus your teammates. Didn't have a really close relationship with him. Didn't know or his expectations, never played with him. So, no, I never saw it coming.
And great effort on the boards, and what a mean talk that was, Kevin. You just will not see him ever quit on a play.
That guy is a handful. You've got to have a body on him, Clark, at all times.
And how relentless is this guy? If you're the defense, he's the first one you're looking to block out there.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
The shot by Valentine, no good.
Oh, it's a confidence shaker when you can't hit a wide-open 3 like that.
And Lamb kicks to Kaminsky. 3-pointer. And it's DJ with the rebound. DJ's got rebound number 8 now on the night. DJ sets the screen for Wade. He tries for three, and it's DJ missing. Charlotte's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Stolen by Levine. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. DJ sets the screen for Levine. Off the screen. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
Well, that just shows you can do everything right sometimes but still get the wrong result.
He kicks to DJ. Lets it go from 14. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. 19 points for DJ.
You see DJ shoot from the mid-range, doing his best to keep this part of the court alive. It's not just all about layups and threes.
DJ, he is feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Chicago Bulls. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, your scoring has been big in the first half, but also rebounding has been huge. What's allowed you to have such an impact?
You know, I think everyone on the floor has been doing a great job of boxing out and finishing defensive stops. The ball just happens to be bouncing my way, so, I get credit for the rebound, but as a team, I'm really happy with the way we're bodying up.
Well, you guys are all doing it together. Thank you. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. You look at DJ in this game, he's been everywhere.
And I'll tell you, his work on the blocks in that first half, really impressive.
Oh, yeah, especially how he established great position and showing some nice footwork and really read how the defense was playing.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the floor for Charlotte, Kemba Walker is out there with Jeremy Lamb. Then there's Howard. Then there's Batum, and it's O'Brien in at the power forward position.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Levine wide open, knocks down the three ball. Levine's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Bulls. Walker with it. Right now he averages nearly 23 points a game, a relentless offensive force. Six on the shot clock. Stolen by Levine. In transition, here come the Bulls. Here's Valentine, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That's on Dwight Howard. The Bulls have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight. And that one misses. Chris, you've been on both sides of the coin for this. When it comes to a veteran presence in the locker room, just how important is that? Both, when you were a young player getting it, and maybe as an older player when you were preaching it.
When I was a rookie, Kevin, I needed a veteran just as much as I needed an assistant coach. They were that important to me because when you think about it, that's how you learn your routine.
Wow.
What to eat before a game, how many hours to eat before a game, how to recoup after a game, how to say no to your friends and family for playoff tickets because, you're at home and you got to buy 75 tickets. Just kind of how to navigate through life. That veteran player can help, and I think that's one thing when the game kind of got lost in years past, it was because we lost that veteran presence in the locker room. And so to me the veteran presence is everything. Chris Mullin getting on me because I'm a rookie, I would have paid him to do that. So it's really cool because just as much as they get on you, they help you and they explain the game, help you out with life and everything else. So it's like a big brother relationship.
Oh, that's good to hear. So for the Bulls, Robin Lopez is checked in for Markkanen. Jonathan Simmons comes in for Valentine. And Wells is subbed in for Zach LaVine. The Hornets also changing it up. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist is checked in for Batum. Monk comes in for Jeremy Lamb. And it's Malcolm Delaney in for Walker. Charlotte calls timeout. Chris, for years it seems that we've been waiting on that one season where Wade falls off and isn't an all-star level player anymore. But every year he comes in and is as impactful as ever.
Well, that's what's incredible about Wade. He's done it for so long. In my opinion, one of the greatest two-guard scorers ever to play. He's changed his method of scoring. We all have to as you get older, but he still gets buckets.
Here's Wells. And it's Delaney with the rebound. The Hornets have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Kid Gilchrist dishes to Howard. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
Well, he's doing his best to get them back into this game. He's been money from the field.
Howard with the steal. Here's Delaney. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And Kid Gilchrist kicks to Howard. It's a nice pass in here by Charlotte. 6 to shoot. Fires from 14. And misses it off the right side of the rim. The Bulls have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Wells passes to DJ. The dish now to Wells. Buries it from three-point range. Wells has got 5 points so far.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Screen by Howard. Passes it to O'Brien. Here's Delaney. Fires from deep. Kid Gilchrist, no luck. Now Wells. He's got 5. Here's Delaney. That one doesn't drop. So the Bulls will take it the other way. Last time they met was in Charlotte, where they beat the Hornets.
Yeah, a dominant win for them their last time in this matchup. And what jumps off the stat page was their advantage on the boards.
Yeah, that was the focal point for them. Running a number of guys to the glass allowed them to completely overwhelm their opponent.
From outside the arc, drains the three-pointer. O'Brien's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And how about Monk there scanning the floor for the open teammate? That's how you develop a trust from your teammate.
And the three ball is good. And it's 8 points for Shammy Wells.
And that's how you answer back.
Trading bombs the last 2 possessions. They're going that one. Well, if you watch the Hornets over the past few seasons, it's easy to see how disciplined they are. They don't turn the ball over on simple plays. They never get too ahead of themselves and give away possessions.
Wasted no time on that one. Simmons got his first points in this one. Charlotte has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Delaney kicks to Monk. There's a minute left to play in the third. Chicago grabs the miss. DJ's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. And with the Hornets taking care of the ball really has become a bit of an identity for this team. It's something that is at the heart of what they do.
Well, with the roster they have, in order to compete with the top teams, they need to play smart. Limiting turnovers and making the most of possessions is critical in that.
O'Brien kicks to Monk. Howard setting the pick for Monk. Over Simmons. And again, the Hornets missing.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
There's 18 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Wells. Bangs home the trifecta. Wells has got 9 points now in just the second half.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Right wing. Here's O'Brien. The good-looking shot from the wing. O'Brien's got his third basket of the night. Wells. He can't get it to go. And so it's the Chicago Bulls with a 34-point advantage heading into the break. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We've got more in store for you right after this. Fred Hoiberg in a recent huddle with his players.
Keep competing, guys. Keep competing. Hey, we made the extra pass all quarter. Great job. Great job. Keep that movement out there. All right, keep attacking, guys. Every time we get into the paint, something good's happening.
Fred Hoiberg smelling blood. Loves what they've been able to do offensively around the rim.
I think they found a weakness in the D. Want to keep pounding on it and at least until some kind of adjustment is made by the opponent.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. DJ out there with Mirotic. Then it's Payne, and it's Zipser in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
DJ dishes to Payne, and the layup's good off the glass. Payne's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Chicago. Charlotte shooting around 29% from the floor. Tough night for them all around on the offensive end. Screen by Howard. There's a good screen. Feeds it to Kaminsky. This one for 3, and it's DJ with the rebound. DJ's got 14 rebounds tonight, going after it. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. And DJ throws it down.
We'll give DJ some credit. He's extremely efficient. He knows where his spots are on the floor.
And it's the Hornets ball. They get to take on the Magic at Orlando after this one. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Kicks it to Howard. Over DJ. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Well, that's giving him too much space from mid-range. It doesn't hurt him there, but they can't keep doing that.
Chris, if you were on the rules committee, what rule change would you like to see the NBA make going forward?
Kevin, there's not a rule I necessarily have changed, but I'd ask them to kind of reinterpret a couple of rules, and that goes with the flagrant foul. I often see so many plays that are just hard fouls called as flagrant fouls, and that can affect not only a player and later on whether it's a flagrant 2, but it can affect the game. It can affect the next game by how it's interpreted by a player being kicked out because of that. And so I just want to take the sensitivity or put the toughness back into that. So many flagrant fouls are called and they're not going at the head or they're chopping down on the wrist. And I just like to see it get back to be interpreted as it was a little while ago, maybe 20, 25 years ago.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Howard, the pass to Kaminsky. And once again, off the mark by Charlotte.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Mirotic, the screen. DJ kicks to Payne. Off target from outside. For Charlotte, they've gone a dismal 0 for 5 to get the fourth quarter underway. Graham with the ball, and Holiday picks him up defensively. And Chris, you've been working as an analyst now for quite some time. Do you feel that how you view and enjoy the game has changed as you've transitioned from being a player on the floor to the booth?
You know what? I've learned a lot, and I've learned to look at the game a different way, but I look at the game the same way. I think the onus is on the player to execute what the coach and the GM puts out there for you to do, for you not to become a one-dimensional player, for you to improve in the summertime. That's the only time you can improve. And when you don't come back and you don't improve, it's obvious that you have the same glaring weaknesses that you had the year before. Even if you're not on a team that can compete for a championship, you want to make sure that you compete for a championship, that you compete for an all-star, that you compete to have your name out there. And so a lot of times we'll watch some of those teams, and I love seeing that they compete or if they laid it down early in the season. So, no, I would say that really what gives me an advantage is that the way that I looked at the game, and hopefully, that gives me a unique perspective when I'm out there trying to talk to other basketball heads like myself.
1:51 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Stone. High, arcing shot, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. It's going to be on DJ. And Chris, you played during an era against a team that many consider the greatest of all time, that 96 Chicago Bulls team with Jordan and Pippen and a great roster. Just thinking back to that team during that second three-peat, what was it like when you were going up against that Bulls team?
So tough to play against that team. Jordan, arguably the best player that's ever, laced them up. And Pippen was so tough offensively and rebounding. Rodman as well on the boards. And then you had guys in a system that was, just really too much. It's hard to say. Of course, in my opinion, having played against them, they're the best team of all time. But Bill Russell once told me, ghosts can't play, so don't get caught up in comparing eras that you really can't prove it. So, yeah, of course they're the best of all time to me, but it's fun watching these young kids play today.
Took the opportunity when he saw it.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Bulls.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And reaching an impressive milestone on the year, this will be win number 60. And guys, they have played so well this season, I think pretty much any given night, they've come in with that swagger and attitude, and they've really backed it up.
And their dominance continues, guys, as they sweep the season series 4 games to none.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for DJ.
The big thing was if he had an open look, he drained it. He didn't let any of those easy chances get away from him.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Kaminsky sets the pick for Monk. Here's Delaney. And the 3 off target. And here's Holiday. DJ dishes to Parsons. He cans that one.
And that's a killer instinct on display as they try to put this one on ice.
Well, they've gotten serious, stringing together some game-winning buckets.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One operating flawlessly, the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Chris Webber, Craig Anthony, and David Olden, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. So long.
Hey, DJ.
Hey.
Great game out there. Look, Shaq and the guys want to talk to you in the studio.
Really?
So right this way. Stand here, and
okay.
we'll get you set up. Perfect.
That's good.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hey again, everybody. Ernie Johnson. I got Shaq here. Got Kenny the Jet here. Standing by on headset near the locker rooms, right down the hall, around the corner. We get a chance to catch up with our post-game guest.
Hey, Shaq here. I love how you were able to take control of the game with your scoring. Was this a barbecue chicken alert kind of night?
Barbecue chicken. Man, I was just finishing plays that the rest of the team was creating, and when a team has the ball moving around and the offense is flowing like we had tonight, anybody on the team can put up big numbers. And tonight I just happened to be that guy.
Barbecue chicken alert, Ernie. Back to you.
And that'll wrap things up. Thank you for joining us. For Shaq, for Kenny, for Kevin Harlan, for the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.